someone with very differing points of view. Either find more evidence for your own point of view in their position, or you might find out that you're wrong and you have to change your advice. This is an interesting anecdote. I have a patient with a very rare disease, with a mom who is into everything alternative, and it's very hard to keep them doing conventional medicine. When the mom said she wanted to do the Gerson method, and I had no idea what it was, I didn't say, that's just alternative. That's nothing. I actually did the due diligence. I looked it up. I found out what it was. It's juicing and masses of vitamins and coffee enemas. But she's not going to do the coffee enema part because that's just crazy. And we had a discussion about it, and she's still doing partly what she's doing. But I had some good points on how this is going to affect her kids specifically, how these interventions might help her child specifically. Did mom dump all alternative medicine and run to my conventional arms? No. But she knows that I respect her enough not to just dismiss her out of hand. She knows that I'm willing to engage in a two-way conversation, not just me say you do. And she's kept coming to do conventional medicine along with the alt-med stuff. And this has been very grudgingly for her. This is the kind of mom who would swoop her kid up and go to Mexico for alternative treatments if she were pushed. So being a little bit more, both back and forth has kept that kid with some good medicine. Do a little footwork for the people you're talking with. Lead them to understandable scientific sites. Link them to primary sources so they don't have to do the work themselves all the time. And I also argue for supporting mainstream sources. In my case, I'll often send people to the Mayo Clinic website or AAP.org. I could send them to the Jenny McCarthy Body Count website, which I love and adore, but they're going to see, these traditional things as believable unless they're conspiracy theorists, then you got the whole other issue. But the other one is going to seem biased and hurtful. This is a big one. No eye rolling or face palming, literally or verbally, and this is something that I was realizing that I was doing. It is really hard the 50th time in the week that you've talked about Andrew Wakefield, or the 6th time that Jenny McCarthy has come up very seriously. But keep a straight face, respect their position, discuss it, and try to watch your body language. Pick your battles. These guys are leaving. Pause. And when you do find someone who you think kind of gets it, maybe you've brought them along on what homeopathy is or something like that, then, show them the fun, humorous side of skepticism. How do I make this sound?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
What have we got?
Okay, broken arms, suspected internal injuries, severe contusions to the head.
Okay, let's move fast. Put your solution on in Montana. Stack.
Strikes.
1 part in a million.
I'm sure it looks serious.
You're right. We need to stick with those. 1 part in 10 million.
Tonic drop death.
Tricky one. That will be fine, Handle. Get me some wolfsbane, also known as monkshood, in here. And a whole tray of flower remedies.
Oh, the chakras are fading. We need some crystals.
That's precious and purple tinted quartz. That'll be right. Make that aquamarine quartz. Okay, stabilizing. Now, does anybody know what sort of car hit him?
Blue Ford Monteo, apparently.
Right, get me a bit of blue for 1 day. Put it in water, shake it, dilute it, shake it again, dilute it again. Do some more shaking, dilute it some more. Now put 3 drops on his tongue. If that doesn't cure him, I don't know what will.
Look at this, Simon.
What is it?
I don't think this poor chap's got long to live.
Why not?
His lifeline is short. His horoscope's not too clever either. Sagittarius. Brace yourself for a surprise. Things are about to change for you.
Certainly are, unless... Wait.
What?
We could try drawing a bit more lifeline on with biro. You got a better idea? Let's see what happens.
Oh my god.
Time of death, 3:34.
Tough day, eh?
I just can't stand losing them.
It happens.
I don't know, sometimes I think a trace solution of deadly nightshade or a statistically negligible quantity of arsenic just isn't enough.
That's crazy talk, Simon. Okay, so you kill the odd patient with cancer or heart disease, or bronchitis, flu, chickenpox, or measles. But when someone comes in with a vague sense of unease, or a touch of the nerves, or even just more money than sense, a bottle of basically just water in one hand, and a huge invoice in the other.
I suppose you're right.
Now, one drink.
I need one.
Excuse me. 2 more homeopathic latkes, please.
Well, that's strong stuff.
If you're interested in the topic of communicating with people who don't necessarily agree with you and effective strategies for that, I really recommend DJ's For Good Reason podcast from the 20th with Carol Tavris, and she's going to be at TAM, right?
Yes.
It's just a great, fun hour, however long it is. Thanks.
Thank you.